Ready? Hold. Go! Who's gonna get it into turn one? Looks like a pretty good start from Zingy. Will he get the run? No! Big crash as Geisler's off. Goes defensive to the inside. Does Luke. Zingy tries to take it the long way round. He won't get the momentum. There's damage off somebody else behind. I don't know what happened there. Zingy is the inside line. They're gonna have to back off, and Luke holds on to the lead on lap one. What a job as Nifo almost getting challenged into the S section by EagerPro. They have to back off that damage for the Haas driver as well. They had damage up into turn one. Not off the start line though, as Nifo is going to get challenged now, or they're challenging the Haas driver of Stra. Will Stra be able to fight it back? I don't know. The other Serbian of EagerPro trying to have a look, but they have to back off slightly just in case. One Serb versus the other, but it's not going to be possible just at the moment. And what a start there from Nifo making that move. And Robbo right behind. They can't find a way through yet, as there's a bit of a risky moment there for EagerPro, and they're sending it up on the inside. What a move! What a move from Robbo there. EagerPro makes the mistake, catches himself napping as Robbo goes through, sends it on the inside. That was a very good one, as Luke will lead the way on lap 2 as we head down the back straight. Zingy's so close, and I reckon he's going to have a look at a move here. He's slowly closing, probably not even using too much ERS, maybe using a bit now to try and secure the move as they do take the lead. But no, Luke's going to challenge around the outside. They're going to have to back off and let it go for now. Are they going to try and get it back on the inside? They just do a bit of a fake, forcing to leave the space, but a mistake on the rear. Ruleton was close there. They weren't able to make the move. They still stick their nose, and they get a 3-second by doing so. I don't believe it. No way did that just happen. Ruleton a little bit eager to try and get the move done as Luke makes a slight mistake, and that is going to give all the confidence in the world to Zingy, who is now in clean air for the first time in this race. Lap 3 out of 10 begins, and Zingy go fastest. And Nifo's made a mistake. I don't believe it. I didn't see that one happen on the exit just before the fast right-hander. Their tyres are going to be absolutely baking, so they've got to take caution through the right-hander. They can still look at a point here, or 2 points I should say. Got to be careful. Ruleton, however, very close to the back of Luke, racking up those time penalties though. So Ruleton's got to be extremely careful here. They really do, because if they're going to look at extra time penalties, then they're not going to gain the position. As Luke makes a mistake, they go defensive to the inside line. Will Ruleton get a switchback? I don't think they will. Luke's just about done enough there, but a little bit of a twitchy moment, trying to catch back up to Zingy, but it's not enough, and Zingy is running away. Now Luke might have a chance here to try and get a move on Zingy. Zingy's gone and got himself a 3-second. I said he needed to be careful about that, but he hasn't been so. A little bit naughty there for Zingy. Luke in P2 at the moment. They just have to try and stay ahead, but no, Ruleton is going to fight it all of a sudden, and that's heartbreak for Luke. Luke's going to be furious with that one. Ruleton has no reason to fight this. No reason to fight this whatsoever, as Luke will now possibly miss out of a podium. They're 9/10 back. Now they get a very long DRS straight on lap 9. Will they save here, or will they try and go for the move immediately? Go for the move immediately is what they will do, as they have the inside line. Ruleton is just going to have to sit behind at the moment. They're not going to be able to get that send, as Luke says, thank you very much, I'll take that back. Ruleton will have their final shot at glory. They'll get their final shot of a move. It's gonna be possible. Luke will try and hold on, but it's not really that worth it with the time penalties, of course, as they're just gonna have to let it go. Ruleton will take that position, but Luke will finish in P3 as long as he stays behind, of course. That is final corner. Not going to try anything cheeky. Yes, he will. He's going to try. He's going to try and send it to the inside. Not really worth the risk, but he tried his best. I rate the effort. Ruleton will maintain the position, but this guy comes around the final few corners, and what a legend. From P2 now to P1. He'll start the feature race from pole position. Zingy wins the sprint race for the USA Grand Prix, and we'll have Ruleton crossing the line in P2, but Luke will take that P2 in the end. Ruleton P3. We've got Stra taking P4 on debut there. It is the sprint race, so really well done. They take that P3 after all, of course, with Ruleton dropping to P4. Zingy takes the win, Luke in P2 and Strat in P3 as, of course, Rulaton, Robbo, Nifo, Gapro, Yajlo, Quibus, and this is Vel DNFing. We'll be back for the race. We'll see you in a bit. Ready? Hold. Go! Who's gonna get it into turn one? Will Zingy get it this time? And he will! Big bog down for Luke! As Rulaton has the inside line! Gonna back off to try and take the lead. They're just gonna focus on P2 right now. The Haas goes a bit squirmy over the curb, but they manage to keep it together. Luke tries to have a look back to see if they can retain it, but no! Rulaton is up into P2 after that one. Nifo up to P3, a mega start from them. And Strat down to P5, unfortunately, after that one, as we have Quibus on the inside line. Eager Pro trying his best to get the move, but it's not possible, as that's a mistake there from Zingy. And Rulaton will take the lead if the USA Grand Prix. Zingy might lose another position if he's not careful. No, Luke is way too far back for a move. Zingy once again losing, or not being in P1 on the opening lap of the race. So, not ideal start for them. Rulaton got a great start, of course, going from P4 up immediately to P2, and then they take the lead of the race for the first time this weekend. Is Rulaton on that medium tyre? Yes, they are. Zingy is on the hard tyre, so that will explain why Rulaton's so aggressive on the start, of course. They need to make this tyre work, and we'll expect to see them a little bit later on. Luke currently sat behind Zingy there on the same strategy, so they need to ensure that they stay with Zingy here. Nifo is in a similar position. Luke makes a mistake in that, off big time into the wall. They managed to keep it together, but that is a big one. That is nasty for Luke. Rulaton sat in P1 and nothing Zingy can do about it. They just have to let Rulaton run away. They weren't able to defend enough in the early stages, and they may be thinking, you know what, I'm on the superior strategy. There's not really anything to worry about at the moment. I can let them go. I can afford to let them go. I just have to make sure that I don't lose any time to the rest of the field and also don't risk anything. You know, they're leading the championship. They have everything to lose. 2.4 seconds. They really need to utilize these tyres. At the moment, they're doing that with the clean air. No pressure behind. Zingy, of course, getting a 3 seconds in the sprint race. Didn't affect them in the end, but still, they got that 3 seconds, so they're going to have to be really cautious here in the feature race. Nifo didn't get a time penalty. They weren't close enough to utilize it. Strat didn't get a time penalty either. Heisler retired from the session in the pit lane, so they've given up. That does now mean we have 6 drivers remaining of this race. So it's guaranteed points there for Heisler. Gone. Guaranteed points there for Luke. Gone. Eager Pro right behind Quibus, as they actually are now ahead of Quibus making the move on the straight there. Didn't see that one coming, but they got it done side by side as they try and go through the third sector, trying to outbrake themselves as much as they possibly can to try and get back ahead of the Aston. They do manage to have the upper hand here. Will a switchback be available for Eager Pro? I don't quite know. Both of these guys struggling on the rear end a little bit. Mistake there as they go wide. Eager Pro will have a look to the inside. They will send it to the inside as Quibus has to leave the space, and now Eager Pro is going to get the DRS. They will get another opportunity into turn one. Quibus actually gets the better run, but here we go. Eager Pro to the inside line. It's not really going to be contested too much. They have the inside line, but no, it will be contested as Quibus tries to hold it to the outside. Now they have the inside. Eager Pro, let's go. They're going to get the DRS on the next lap and just let Quibus maintain this position. Eager Pro not happy with the ERS at the moment. Their energy levels are pretty low. Quibus once again will have the disadvantage into the sector. Eager Pro leaves the space, interestingly, so Quibus is automatically going to stick his nose back in and try and fight this back. So yeah, interesting strategy there for Eager Pro. He'll now have the inside line. He has the advantage at the moment, and Quibus will have to probably back out, but no, Quibus is going to get a good run. Very good exit. A switchback is available, and a switchback of dreams. Is it going to be possible there for Eager Pro? He has the outside line. Quibus on the inside gets pushed off the circuit. Does Eager Pro? Has to wait, has to give the position up. He's not going to be happy about that one. Quibus pushing him off a little bit too much there. Not ideal, but Eager Pro will have once again another opportunity into turn 1. Quibus, are they just going to have to let this one go as Eager Pro goes slightly deeper? As they say, if you're going to do that to me, I'm going to do that. And they've managed to make it through. DRS available, no ERS. It's just about straight line speed here. Eager Pro has the inside line, but no. Still further inside goes Quibus as Eager Pro's going to try their best to hold on. They do have the advantage here. Quibus goes to the outside, breaks us once again as late as they possibly can to try and stick their nose in. Eager Pro has the advantage, but to the inside they will go once again and not allowing Eager Pro to get the switchback. Very, very well done there for Quibus. We're 1 lap away from the predicted pit stop window. Not saying that it will be that lap to pit, of course, but it's around about lap 12 is that what we will pit. Maybe even at the end of this lap is possible. Zingy will start to catch up, he'll know that, although with the gap that Ruleton has, he could in theory use this to his advantage and try and stay out, although he doesn't really have much of a reason to. Eager Pro will get once again another opportunity to try and catch back up to Quibus. Will he be able to get a move into the braking zone? Yes, he will. As he goes to the inside. Bit of a dummy there. Lovely stuff. Onto the inside line. Breaks a lot later to Quibus. Quibus will get a lovely run. They'll have the outside line. They're still going to have to give the space. They don't get the move done. Bit of a wheel bang. Nothing to worry about too much as he once again has the inside line. Going to try and squeeze them a bit closer side by side, but they have to back off, go around the bollards. Quibus really struggling for that penultimate corner there on the exit, going extremely wide, losing themselves a lot of time. Eager Pro is able to capitalise on that. He will now get a possible opportunity into turn 1. He'll have to send it if he wants to get it done, and he will send it. He's up ahead as, oh no, Quibus makes a mistake after all of that as they go onto the curb, bottom out, and they can't get back on the throttle. They have to let it go. We have Ruleton looking for a pit stop. Surely it's going to happen this lap. Surely it's going to happen this lap. Into the pits they go. They will finally make that stop as we expected onto that medium tyre. So maybe they'll want to extend by 2 laps. That might be an idea. If they can just get that 2 laps to give them a slight advantage later on, that would be a good idea. But, you know, I am not Zingy, and he's decided to go completely against that and go straight into the pit lane. Nifo will react and stay out ahead of Zingy. They're going to go into the pit lane. This isn't strange to do so. I just thought they would have probably wanted to wait a little bit more. They're going to minimise the undercut from Ruleton, however. That will put pressure on Ruleton. You can see very, very close between the two. It was a, I'd say, somewhat nice undercut. They might have a move here into the hairpin. Nope, they're going to have to wait for this lap. Not close enough yet. Ruleton is a rocket in a straight line. Not in the braking zone, though. Pretty rusty in the braking zone. Would we see a send here from Zingy? He has a quick look to try and pressure Ruleton into a mistake. Might have a look here as Ruleton does go defensive, but it wasn't enough as Zingy will take that inside line, and he's made the move already. Ruleton will not be able to challenge. The hard sides will not have it in them, and Zingy, what a job. These guys are back at it again, sending it to the inside goes Quibus. Lovely, lovely stuff. Don't know how long this has been going on for. Eager Pro will return the favour. Back to the inside line. There's contact as almost Ooh, Eager Pro going off, and also Quibus once again so twitchy on the rear. No ERS for Quibus at the moment. They're just having to wait with the flashing light they have, of course. They're going to get a nice opportunity, Igor, on the DRS straight. Once again, these guys having a very, very good battle at the moment. It's what we like to see, especially in the middle of a USA Grand Prix. How about that? I didn't expect to say that. As they go to the inside line just about. Quibus going to break early, try and get the switch back, and they will. What a move! What a move! Eager for us to go off the circuit just a little bit, but what a move there for Quibus. DRS available now for Eager Pro. It seems to be that Quibus does have the lower downforce setup, because that's why they are struggling so much in that penultimate corner. Once again, to the inside line, as Quibus doesn't really defend hard enough. They still have the outside momentum to then once again go to the inside. the nature of the circuit, you can kind of send it through here. Bit of a mistake, and luckily no contact between the two. He'll still try and have a look at Ascend, but way too far back after a twitchy mistake, and Quibus has to try and recover here. Oh no, and that's Ruleton round! Ruleton is round! Didn't need to make the overtake after all! The hard tyres haven't worked for Ruleton, and they are struggling. The later stage of this race, I do not believe it. Ruleton loses that P2 after all, and if they're not careful, they could lose this to Stra as well. Stra's going to be on that medium tyre, 8 seconds behind. They're going to go for a set of softs, I assume, to try and set a couple fastest laps here. Nifo and Ruleton not really being given a chance, going a little bit wide over the track limits. Nothing to worry about too much. But still, Zingy, whoopsie, as we speak, maybe struggling on these tyres as they come towards the final stages of their life. Rebus does get another 3 seconds. If they're not careful, they will be disqualified by the game, trying their best to get another fastest lap in, although it doesn't really need, they don't really need to worry that much, although actually, I say that, Igapro is on for a fastest lap here. They are looking for a fastest lap, so they could be in trouble. As Zingy comes around the final few corners, what a legend. I knew he was going to be strong around a circuit like this, but I didn't realise it was going to be this strong. Round the final corner, and Zingy wins for the 3rd time in a row, the 3rd time this season, and a lovely burn up of the rear tyres, and he crosses the line to celebrate. He wins the USA Grand Prix. Nifo will take the P2 in the end. Great effort, and Ruleton will finish eventually in P3 there. Lovely stuff indeed. Zingy wins the USA Grand Prix, Nifo in P2, and then we have Ruleton taking the P3, followed by, of course, Strat in P4. Igapro takes the P5. This is Vale disconnected, with Quibus taking the P6 after all that. DNFing with Heisler, Luke and Robbo, unfortunately.